All right, what's good, man? Let's get into it. Back with another quarterback video, and this is about the Seattle Seahawks. Listen, Geno Smith is still trash. Geno is still Geno Smith. Do not let this year fool you. Do not let 2022 fool you. Geno is still Geno Smith, man. Listen, I just have a question. Okay, for Seattle Seahawks fans. You guys are in one of the most toughest divisions in the league. 49ers, Rams, the Cardinals when they get healthy. I just have a question. Do you honestly think, gun to your head, because playing football is about winning Super Bowls, playing football is about getting deep in the playoffs. Gun to your head, do you really believe in Geno Smith? Do you really believe Geno Smith is the franchise quarterback? Gun to your head, life on the line, $1 million, your house is on the line, your family member's life is on the line. Gun to your head. Is Geno Smith the franchise quarterback? Yes or no? We all know the answer. No. Me personally, I would have never gave him the 4-year deal that you guys gave him, but at the same time, bro, what? Geno Smith? Listen, I give Geno credit for last year, but at the same time, it's 1 year. 1 year. You can't be garbage throughout the last decade and just be great all of a sudden. I'm sorry, that's not how it works. It's just not how it works. People are going to bring up Rich Gannon. Rich Gannon's an anomaly. Can you name me one quarterback who was trash majority of his career and then started to be great towards the end of it? And if you do, besides Rich Gannon, it's far between. Geno's not the guy. Seattle, let's go through your schedule real quick, just to set it straight. You guys have Seattle. You guys have the Rams. For some reason, and I'm going to be doing a video on Matthew Stafford and the Rams, I think the Rams are going to be good next year. I just have that feeling the Rams are going to be good next year. People are sleeping on the Rams for some reason, and I think the Rams are going to beat you. I think the Rams are going to beat you. At the Lions, I'll give you the Lions because the Lions are trash. You guys have the Panthers. That's a win. You're losing to my Giants. That's no ifs, ands, or buts. You're losing to my Giants. Seattle Bengals, that's a loss. Come on. You guys are going to beat the Cardinals. Browns, you guys are going to lose to the Browns. You're going to lose to the Ravens. Commanders, I'll give you the Commanders. The Rams, you know what? I'll give you the Rams the first week since it's in Seattle, but you guys are going to lose to the Rams at LA. So you guys will beat the Rams week 1. I recant that statement. You guys are going to beat the Rams week 1, but you're going to lose to them at LA. You guys are going to get destroyed by the 49ers. You're getting swept by the 49ers. Come on. And this is towards the end. This is the end of November where the 49ers know what they're doing. Kyle Shanahan has the offense popping. Oh, you guys are getting swept by the 49ers. Cowboys. I hate the Cowboys, but you guys are going to lose to the Cowboys. You're losing to the Eagles. You're going to beat the Titans, and you're going to beat the Steelers. And then, I don't know. You guys might lose to the Cardinals. Cardinals last game with a healthy Kyler Murray playing. I don't know. So, let's count up all the L's that I just accounted for. All right, so you guys, September 10th, you guys, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then I'll be generous to say you guys beat the Cardinals, even though you guys could. Bro, you guys are gonna win 8 games at best. You guys are winning 8 games at best. You guys have Geno Smith as your quarterback, the same guy who got punched out by a teammate for being an idiot and being cheap. Geno's not good. And once again, I always root for black quarterbacks, but at the same time, bro, you can't go from being flat out garbage for having a fluke season. No one expected Geno to do anything. We all expected the same Geno Smith. Teams are going to gear up for you. They're going to take away DK Metcalf. They're going to take away Tyler Lockett and say, okay, Geno, we're going to let Geno, we want Geno to beat us. We want Geno to beat us. I'm sorry, I don't see it with Geno Smith. Now, you guys might make the playoffs because the NFC is so bad. But at the same time, bruh, it's Geno Smith, Seattle. It's Geno Smith. What are we talking about? He's not good. He's not good. Just Pete Carroll was able to hide him. That's really what happened. Pete Carroll was able to hide him behind the run and behind DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett. Well, guess what? When defenses start preparing for that and they start putting pressure on Geno Smith, he's gonna fold. He's gonna fold like a beach chair. He's gonna fold because he's Geno Smith. He's not good. Go ask the Jets. Go ask the Chargers. He got punched out by a teammate. I give him credit. Comeback player of the year. Did he win comeback player of the year? I don't know. Nor do I care. But at the same time, bro, it's Geno Smith. It's Geno Smith. That's really all I have to say. Like, Seattle fans, you guys, Seattle, you know what would have been the smart thing to do? When Geno started playing great, No. Timeout. Forget Caleb Williams. You guys should have drafted Anthony Richardson. If you're going to throw Geno out there for the next 2 years, at least have Anthony Richardson behind Pete Carroll, behind Geno Smith, who I'll give Geno credit. He's a veteran. And have Anthony Richardson, who's way more talented, has a cannon of an arm, who can run. And you give him DK Metcalf with Tyler Lockett in that run game? And he sat behind Geno and Pete Carroll? And maybe even sign like a even more veteran quarterback to help Anthony Richardson. And you put an Anthony Richardson who sat for 2 years, who's worked on his game. You throw him out there for preseason, have him work on his game and stay in the pocket. Psst, please. Can you imagine the read options you guys would have had with your running back? I think his name is Kenneth Murray. With Kenneth Murray and Anthony Richardson. That's what you should have done. But instead, you're putting your futures on a guy who's going to I'm sorry. It's Geno Smith. It's Geno Smith, Seattle. I have nothing against Seattle. I actually kind of liked y'all when you had Russ and the Legion of Boom. But at the same time, it's Geno Smith. Geno's going to Geno. There's a reason why when you guys came back in that 49ers game, no, the 49ers were like, the 49ers were at a stalemate. And you guys tie it up. And when it came time to, okay, it's time for the Seattle to really close in on the 49ers, you couldn't do it because you had Geno Smith. Sorry to say, but if Russell Wilson was back there, you guys might have beat the 49ers. I don't know. I'm just saying it. But at the same time, listen, I am a firm believer you guys should have drafted Anthony Richardson and sat him for a year or two behind Geno, behind Pete Carroll, behind another veteran quarterback, and have him learn. And he comes in with a good offensive line, with a good run game with DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett. Psst, please. But you guys are relying on Geno Smith to be great, and he can't do that because his name is Geno Smith, and he is Geno Smith. Sorry, don't believe in him. But that's my thoughts, man. What are yours? What's your thoughts on the Seattle Seahawks and Geno Smith? Once again, it's nothing against Geno Smith. I don't have nothing personal against him. But at the same time, if you can name me a quarterback not named Rich Gannon, who was dog water, trash his first decade in the league, and then all of a sudden became a franchise quarterback, Super Bowl winning quarterback, let me know. Let me know. And even if you do, if you have to go back to the 1940s and name some random guy who's trashed his first 7 years and was good his last 3 and won a Super Bowl his last 3, even if you do, it is so far between. Off the top of my head, I can't think of anybody like that in the 2010s. I mean, the only person I can think of is Rich Gannon, who started off, I wouldn't say he was trash, but he wasn't as good as his last few years in the NFL, where he went to a Super Bowl and he had success. It's Geno Smith, people. You guys should have drafted Anthony Richardson. You guys should have drafted somebody. But now you're going to be mid and get into this 7th seed and get bounced in the first round. But that's my thoughts, man. What are yours? RJ